All right, welcome back. This is your first Georgia-specific content section if you're studying along with us for the purpose of obtaining a Georgia real estate license. This section is entitled Georgia Licensing Rules and Enforcement. It's a broad overview of the rules that dictate how we function as licensees. A lot of things that you've heard already are going to be described in more detail in this chapter. So I hate to say, but you're kind of on your own for some of the law chapters that are coming, these last three, because it's a series of bullet points, a series of short snippets of information that are directly from your Georgia real estate license law, and there's really no way to expand on the concepts or explain them to help them make more sense. They're laws. They are what they are. They're licensing and requirements that are very strict and must be adhered to, but there's no way to really help it be more or help it to be more expanded. They're fairly self-explanatory, and you just have to learn them and memorize the concepts and make sure that you know what to be on the lookout for. So before I throw you to the content and the material, let me give you a couple of tips. First off, remember always that licensees always should stay up to date on the current law changes that dictate how you work in the real estate industry, because laws do change, rules change, and they're updated. So even once you get your license, keep up with the licensing rules in your state, because one of the requirements is that we always stay current on rules and regulations that govern how we function in real estate. A couple of things to be on the lookout for as you're reading through the laws. You're going to see a lot of time frames, like things that have to be completed within X number of days, or that you only have X number of months to complete a certain task. Even whenever you get into different licensing requirements to maintain your real estate license, the number of hours that you need for certain levels of education, make sure that you hang on to those numbers. Those are things to pay special attention to, because I can guarantee you'll see that content again whenever you get into your Georgia-specific sections of testing. And of course, carrying yourself into a career, you're going to want to make sure that you're always abiding by those time frames in your day-to-day activities. So time frames, number of days, even monetary requirements. You may see some information on what it costs to get a specific license, or how much it costs to renew a specific license. You're going to want to remember those monetary amounts, even when it gets into potential fines that can be assessed to you for misbehavior in certain areas. And then last, you're going to encounter a great deal of information on penalties for non-compliance. What can be the repercussions if you break the rules and don't function according to license law. So again, this is going to be a series of bullet points, a series of short snippets of information. It's a lot of content and information, but make sure you're highlighting and remembering those important time frames and recording those in your memory, because you will see these concepts later in your Georgia portion reviews. So dive in, make sure that you get yourself a good cup of coffee if that's what keeps you going, because this is a good bit of information packed into a short chapter, and definitely need to have your thinking cap on for this one.